Be the reason they get back up. Be the calm when the road gets rough. You might never know what your kindness changed, or whose whole world shifted from a word you gave. And they believe again. Be the shelter when the cold rolls in. You don't need answers, fortune or fame. Sometimes one good heart can alter the day. Yeah. You never really know what a smile might hide, what a person carries when they walk outside. Some make it look easy, keep the cracks out of view, while they're holding up a weight that would buckle you too. So I'm trying not to judge from the moment I see, 'cause everybody's fighting something quietly, and a little patience offered at the right time can pull someone back toward a better state of mind. It might be a message saying, how have you been? Not the empty kind, really checking within. Might be sitting there listening, letting them speak, not fixing their life, just respecting the grief. We're always told strength means carrying alone, but even solid foundations need support in the stone. You don't have to save them or carry their pain, just remind them the sunlight still follows the rain. A few honest words can open the door, help somebody see they're worth fighting for. You may never witness the difference you made, still choose kindness anyway. The risk they get back up. When you're calm when the road gets rough, you might never know what your kindness changed, or whose whole world shifted from a word you gave. Be the reason they believe again. Be the shelter when the cold rolls in. You don't need answers, fortune or fame. Sometimes one good heart can alter the day. Yeah, I've been on both sides of that invisible line, needing somebody's faith when I misplaced mine. And they never brought speeches or promised a cure, they just stood there steady till my footing was sure. That's why I remember every hand that reached, every quiet bit of wisdom somebody tried to teach. Every person who noticed when I faded from view, then reminded me gently what they knew I could do. So now when I see someone dragging their feet, I don't call them weak for admitting defeat. I give them some room, let the pressure unwind, because kindness works better when it isn't designed for attention or praise or a story to share. It means more when nobody else knows it was there. No cameras, no credit, no name in the lights, just making one moment feel slightly more right. You might be the sentence they carry for years. You might be the silence that lets out the tears. You might be the proof that the world still can care. Sometimes changing a life means simply being there. Be the one who inspires, not the one who controls, who sees their potential without owning their goals. Say, I know you can make it, then give them the space. Let them find their own rhythm, their path and their pace. We don't rise by competing for who suffered most, or standing on people while raising the toast. We rise when we notice, we rise when we give, we rise when we help someone remember to live. So speak with intention, let your actions be proof. Put a little more mercy beneath every truth. You can't fix every problem, can't carry each load, but you can make it lighter for a mile of the road. And that mile might matter more than you understand, might be all that they needed to start walking again. You may never be told what your kindness became, but be the reason anyway. Be the reason they get back up. Be the calm when the road gets rough. You might never know what your kindness changed, or whose whole world shifted from a word you gave. Be the reason they believe again. Be the shelter when the cold rolls in. You don't need answers, fortune or fame. Sometimes one good heart can alter the day. Be the reason. Be the change. One small kindness can alter the day.
Be the reason.
Help them believe.
Give what you need.